A man had gone through a terrible loss, a series of great tragic events in his life, almost like Job. He decided to do some thinking about what it would mean to know the will of God. And in his studies and in his prayers, he'd always assumed that the will of God was about the future. If things he thought were God's will turned out okay, he assumed this to be God's affirmation of his having made the right guess about God's will for his life. I think many Christians take a similar view. But as you look at the Bible and its understanding of the will of God, especially as we look at Paul's writings in the New Testament, you discover the phrase is never used in the future, only in the present. The phrase, the will of God. In other words, the will of God is not some mystery shrouding our futures, which we must, through agonizing prayer and discernment, seek out. Instead, the will of God is about how we live in this present moment, and how we are to live in the present moment is crystal clear. Paul wanted to know the Word of God. He gave himself to the present, though, because he was eager to use what little time he had left to do all of the things that he knew that God wanted him to do. If we sense any sense of urgency in the Scriptures, it's not so much in discovering the will of God for the future, but doing it now. The time that we have, really the only time that we have to know and do God's will, is in this present moment.
Thank you for listening to Encouragement. If you've been refreshed, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share a little encouragement with someone you love. Encouragement is a podcast from Family Radio. These moments are just a taste of what you can hear every day. Listen at familyradio.org or find more encouragement on the Family Radio app.